Good morning. Today we're going to look at Psalm 6. O Lord, rebuke me not in your anger, nor discipline me in your wrath. Be gracious to me, O Lord, for I am languishing. Heal me, O Lord, for my bones are troubled. My soul also is greatly troubled. But you, O Lord, how long? Turn, O Lord, deliver my life. Save me for the sake of your steadfast love. For in death there is no remembrance of you. In Sheol, who will give you praise? I am weary with my moaning. Every night I flood my bed with tears. I drench my couch with my weeping. My eye wastes away because of grief. It grows weak because of all my foes. Depart from me, all you workers of evil, for the Lord has heard the sound of my weeping. The Lord has heard my plea. The Lord accepts my prayer. All my enemies shall be ashamed and greatly troubled. They shall turn back and be put to shame in a moment. God is a God who is slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love, and David appeals to the character of God as he desires the grace of God. Rebuke and discipline are not pleasant to receive, and so David's asking for grace in his turmoil. He says that he's languishing. He says that his bones are troubled. There's two things here that practically came to my mind as I was thinking about this. The first is what a blessing it is to have a God who loves us, disciplines us, and is gracious. God has the authority to do as he pleases, and this doesn't scare David from going to God and looking for grace. This is a great relationship to have with the Lord, where you're able to go to him looking for help. So be encouraged by that. Go to the Lord with your prayers. He is a loving and gracious God. You can go to him. And the second thing that came to mind was, so am I someone who is characterized by grace so that people find me approachable? So we can see the character of God, and David goes to the Lord with his plea. So I'm to be someone who reflects the character of God, and so would people come to me? Am I approachable like that? So this would start with my own family, my wife and kids. The type of relationship I want to have with them is one where they don't need to fear my wrath coming onto them or my anger coming onto them, but instead that they would receive a gracious answer, even if it comes with some form of correction. So that's the type of relationship I want to have with my family, and that extends broader than that. Verse 4 says, "Turn, O Lord, deliver my life. Save me for the sake of your steadfast love." So David's cry out for deliverance is based upon the character of God. It's not based upon anything that he's done. David is looking for deliverance in the right place here. The God is the only one who can truly give him that deliverance. One of the ways that we can set up idols for ourselves is when we look for deliverance in something other than the Lord. So whether that be in a relationship, whether it's in money, whether it's in marriage, our job, our kids, name whatever created thing, that thing cannot bring about deliverance. Only God can. And when we try to seek out deliverance in those different areas, then we're setting up, we're placing our hope on something that our hope shouldn't be placed upon. And that's idolatry. And so even though David is deeply distressed, we read that his eyes are wasting away in grief. He still has hope because the Lord listens to him. So he sought after deliverance in the proper place, and God hears him. So when you're grieving, maybe there's a night where you, like David, are flooding your bed with tears and drench your couch with your weeping, have comfort in knowing that the Lord hears you. And in that moment, particularly, the doctrine of God's sovereignty and God's love are incredibly practical. They're practical because God is in control of this, and He's loving and He's good, and He's working all things out for His glory and for the good of those who love Him. So you can trust Him in that. And He's able to provide comfort in that moment. He's sovereign over this. He's in control of this. So don't run to created things looking for refuge and peace. Run to the Lord. Those created things, they're not going to provide you with a true, lasting, eternal peace that's beyond understanding. That only comes from the Lord. It can only come from the Lord. And so, looking at Psalm 6 here, being encouraged to be someone who's approachable, remembering the sovereignty of God, that even in a time of grief that we can call upon the Lord and that He hears our prayer. Remember to apply this to your life today. And so be sure to keep a close watch on your life and doctrine today.